What's going on, y'all? It's the Conscious One coming at you, back with another audio for you guys. And this one's going to be titled, It's One Big Petri Dish. It's one big petri dish. And maybe that seems to indicate that this place is a flat plane and not round. But we're not going to get off to that. I got a couple of things to talk about. Because with a title like that, there's so many things you can talk about. This has got to be just one big experiment. First of all, I'd like to say, I'm very thankful that I'll be leaving New York soon, because I'm to be honest with y'all, my experience here is just too many goddamn people. And keep in mind, folks, I'm from Chicago, born and raised, lived there 30 years. I only been in this New York for a couple of years, and I'll be honest with y'all, I'm mentally exhausted because it's just too many goddamn people. It is too many people. I could just say it over and over and over like a broken record. It is too many people. This is a disaster to put this many people in one place like this. Something you have to sneak walk to your car, because people are prowling around like vultures looking for a parking spot. So you have to sneak to your car. That's one of the reasons why I like to go out in the daytime, because they got everybody here like parasites and vultures. And in an environment like that, not only do you not feel comfortable, you don't feel safe. Yes, somebody is always watching you, like the song say. Sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me. Yeah. Come to New York, you definitely gonna feel that. And it's the most camera surveillance I have seen anywhere. And I know they do got a lot of camera surveillance in Chicago, but yeah, it don't have nothing in New York, because not only do they have the camera surveillance in New York, cameras everywhere, people just seem to have cameras everywhere on their property. Like you can walk past an apartment building and there's cameras all the way around this thing, right? And right across the street or right next to that apartment building is another building with cameras all around that. And so you start to ask yourself, is this really for safety, or is this really, an intelligence operation to spy on every single inch you move? They want to know every single thing you doing in this place. I say this shit ain't about no safety. Because if it was about safety, they never would have built some fucking rat maze like this. New York City, all these people jam-packed next to each other like this. But you scared at the same time somebody's going to do something to you. Nah, this is just surveillance all over the place. You don't have no privacy. That's another reason why I come out at nighttime. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully people who operate the surveillance are asleep when everybody else is asleep. Why would they be watching anyway, right? When I'm like the only one or two people out. They like it filled up so they can put together all their hypotheses and do all these little experiments that happen in the daytime, where these people just come out like rats out of their mouse holes. And that's why I see these people in New York as like it's just a bunch of cockroaches, a bunch of mice. That's what this place is like. So I'm just gonna be straight up with y'all. Mentally, I am so drained from this place because it's just too many people. Okay. Yeah, it'll be no way I'll be able to work every day if I came out in the daytime trying to work for these gig apps. It'd be impossible. But yeah, just continue talking about this petri dish. I'll be listening to these songs, and like the one I just sung a few minutes ago. These songs, boy, I tell you, it's really an awakening for me, because I see how these songs, I be asking where they get these lyrics from. Like this chick called Blondie, when she sings one way or another, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna get you one way or another. I'll see ya, I'm gonna meet you, I'll meet you. These songs are so psychotic. Obviously y'all could tell I've been in the car a lot, listening to the radio. And then, of course, you got that song, every breath you take, every step you make, or whatever, I'll be watching you. These songs are psychotic, folks. I'm starting to really think that these words and these lyrics and these songs come straight from demons. Okay? It's just some things you just know. Like you can be an artist and come up with some great music, but some of these songs, the way they just hit your soul so hard, it just seemed like they came straight out of the bottomless pit of hell. Some of these songs, I swear to God. Now, one thing I want to talk about, in case I run out of space real quick, is I'm going to mention, these two gig apps that I work for. I'm not going to mention the names because I want to talk about some serious stuff with them. We just call one black and the other one red. What it will really, I know this is some kind of social experiment, even with these gig apps. It's still some kind of experiment because one would do something the other one don't do, and vice versa. I'll give you an example. One wants proof of car insurance, the other one doesn't. One wants your car to be this new or this old. The other one don't care how old your car is. One has your photo on the app, the other one doesn't. One has the type of car you're driving, the other one doesn't. One of them is asking you to upload your picture every 2 days, which I find very strange and very irritating. The other one doesn't. One is allowing a lot of criminal activity going on like theft, and the other one is not allowing it, but it's allowing other kind of crimes that could possibly happen because of the way their system is set up. First of all, nobody should be asking for proof of your insurance simply because of the fact that you're an independent contractor. You're not an employee. You have a responsibility to pay your own stuff, your own medical bills, your own insurance, and really that's not any of the gig company's business. What you insure with. Like I said, it just seems like one big social experiment. Because you wonder, well, like the other day, somebody was like, what car? They called me and said, hey, what car are you showing up in? I said, that's not on the app, on a red gig, right? We'll call it red. And I was like, you mean tell me my car is not listed on your app as to what kind of car I'm going to be pulling up in? They said, no. I said, well, I'll be damned. I said, well, why does one do this and the other one doesn't? Meanwhile, the other one we call black gig, they seem like they got your shit set up to be like on some kind of gang stalking program. I hate to be bringing that back up, but the black gig seems to be asking you too much about your information and basically setting you up for crime. And the fact that they allowing people to steal from them so easily makes you say they got to be doing this on purpose. And what makes it kind of dangerous is the people who are stealing, that they're allowing, they're literally creating criminals every day with these things. They're creating these criminals. They create these mothers, okay? And that's why y'all talk about me bearing arms and learning about weaponry as soon as I get back out west. Is because they didn't create too many criminals out here. And now you got too many people watching you go out and go about your day and go to work, and they have nothing else to do but to stare at your life. You see what I'm saying? They're creating just too many people sitting around staring at you. They creating too many of these type of motherfuckers. So it's time to bear arms. And like I say, I'm not even the one to be into that. But at this point, and the way I see things going, you need to be protected at all times. That's my advice. Take it or leave it. But so one is, and see, the thing is, the fact that one allows theft and criminals to come to their thing to get free food, these are the type of individuals you don't really want to be led to. You don't really want them knowing what kind of car you in. You get what I'm saying? You don't want them knowing you're seeing your face on the app. You don't want these people, if they're inviting these criminals in, these are the type of people you don't want to be driving to, and you damn sure don't want them knowing who your face is or type of car you're driving or your information. All that is irrelevant. But Gig Red doesn't ask you for none of that and leaves the customer totally and not clueless to who could possibly be pulling up and bringing them their food. And that's how it should be. So what I'm saying is that Gig Black is some kind of Big Brother thing, and Gig Red is how it really should go. You feel me? Okay, so I'm not gonna stay too long, guys, but I'm telling you, I'm just seeing the forest from the trees, and I mean, I look at my life, I say, man, now I've lived in Chicago, I lived in Vegas, and now I can say I lived in New York. I done it all, y'all. Listen, when you live in 3 major cities like that, and you still trugging along and looking good, and well, like I am, I hate to be arrogant, but hey, I think I earned my stripes. I think I'm a tiger. Like I told my brother a long time ago, I'm a tiger because I earned my stripes. I earned these stripes. You live in 3 major cities as a black man, and you still looking like how I look, and you still got your wit about you. You must be a high IQ motherfucker. I mean, seriously. Because these cities are programmed to break you down, especially the black man. You're not supposed to. You wasn't supposed to make it out so squeaky clean, with your mind intact, with your body intact, healthy, and definitely not with a smile on your face. You see what I'm saying? And I guess that's what makes me a little bit arrogant is the fact that I know I've lived in these places and survived. And you got people on YouTube talking about suicide and all this junk. They ain't been in these concrete jungles. Some of them ain't even black. So it's like, come on, man, get out of here, man. All that crybaby BS. I mean, that's just honestly how I feel about it. That's honestly how I feel about it. I know I got people listening to my YouTube channel that think I don't know they listen to them, but I know who's listening. I know who listens to my channel. I do. Not that that matters, but you know, people. This whole social media thing has screwed up so many people bad. You can't really know nobody through looking at YouTube videos or anything like this. You just can't. You can't gain any social skills. That's another thing I want to talk about before I get out of here is how dumbed down and adult children. They've created all these adults they've made all these adult children because everything is about playtime now. You ever notice that? Everything's about playtime. Like I can look up some informational stuff on YouTube that's serious, but if I look up one video on sports, I notice how they flood my playlist with sports. They want to constantly keep your mind in playtime mode. They don't want you to get serious and learn something or really study something. No, they want you to be totally and always like in a childlike state of mind. So they gotta constantly keep showing you people playing with footballs and basketballs. They gotta keep flooding you with sports and Michael Jordan. Every day they talk about Michael Jordan. Every single goddamn day. They won't let you forget about this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? It's sick. It's really sick. I live in this world's an insane asylum. Watching grown men play ball. You see what I'm saying? It's absolutely ridiculous. And then people find out that it's rigged anyway and it's not real and they still watching that crap. So most people you come across these days are literally adult children. This is the way what they've made them in. Back in the day, like I say, my mother, when she was 22 years old, she had me. Let me tell you something. I already know a 20 or 22-year-old back in the early 70s was a grown person. You talking about an individual that probably wore a tie and a suit every other day, probably was about to purchase a house, if not 3 or 4 years away from it, and had a job and a car and was very sophisticated. Now you take the average 22-year-old and I'm telling you, the average 22-year-old this time and now we living in is damn near on a Google Gaga level. It's unbelievable. And even though I was born in 1980, I'm not young enough to know that this is how the world was before I was born. People were sophisticated. They weren't acting like these crazy idiots out here. These people are on Google Gaga level, all the way into they probably in their 40s, still Google Gaga mode. It's insane. It's absolute insanity, y'all. And so I think I just about said enough. I didn't expect to go this long, but this is the type of thing that's on my mind. I know that we living on some kind of petri dish. All these experiments they doing, you see, on human beings, and just, wow. I just asked myself, when do I get to not have to participate in this experiment anymore? Because if anybody's looking down on us, they know that there's a few of us who not going along with this crap. We don't like being adult children. And they're going to have to account for that. They know they are. Because you got a lot of angry motherfuckers out here, boy. I tell you. You really do. But that's all I got to say about now, y'all. And y'all take care out there. Peace.